Welcome back, everybody. We just finished morning milking. Got the girls outside, out on the freestall and in the pad. They're probably, honestly, I think I said that backwards, on the pad and in the freestall, not in the pad and on the freestall. But anyway, they're honestly probably out on the pad because it's really very beautiful day already. It's only about 8:30 and it's sunny and warm. I think it's already like 45 degrees. It's supposed to be 60 today, so just absolutely gorgeous. Very, I shouldn't say unseasonal, but it seems unseasonal because we've had a really cold stretch of weather, but it's probably closer to what it should be this time of year, and it's gonna be really, really nice. I'm already in just a long sleeve shirt and I've got my sleeves rolled up. I think it's gonna be a t-shirt day, which is gonna be awesome because we've got quite a bit of stuff to do. You can see the barn is still just a mess. I really hate the way it is with the gutters filled up like this, but hopefully by the time you guys see this video this week, we will be getting that new chain. Hopefully we'll already have it and we will be getting that put in, and fingers crossed everything goes well. We've got somebody lined up, I think, to help us put it in. I think we're gonna have to redo the bolts on that head that's in there because when the chain got caught on this head that's in there, it did kind of twist it. So we just don't want to use the bolts from that old one. Probably really just not as good as they should be. So we're gonna have either some new ones drilled or something. We're gonna have to figure out something to do, but I think we do have somebody that's gonna help us with that. The chain, me and Brent should be able to put the chain in very easily. We took it out pretty easily, even considering the fact that there was, you know, a full gutter, so you just kind of had to dig for it and then pull it out. It was pretty back-breaking, but it wasn't honestly like really that hard. It was just a lot of work. It wasn't like you had to, you know, run around or anything. It was just a lot of work pulling that out. We could have really saved ourselves a lot of work if we'd done it after we cleaned it the last time, but we were just kind of holding out hope that we'd still be able to use it. Obviously that didn't happen, but so we should be able to get the new one in by ourselves fairly easily. Brent can actually take the skid steer, and he's just really good with the skid steer, so he can back drag this now that there's no chain in the bottom to worry about. He just sticks his bucket in there and he pulls it back into the walkway, and he can actually get like all but a couple inches of that out, so it shouldn't be too hard once he does that. Obviously it's going to take a long time because that bucket, I think, is only like maybe a little under 5 feet. It might be 5 feet. So 5 feet all the way down through and then 5 feet all the way down through back. That way it's gonna take a long time, but it'll make it a lot easier. We won't have to shovel nearly as much. It'll just be a lot less work for us physically if he does it that way. And we tried it the other night and it did work. It's gonna take some time, but this morning we tried to clean it out just a little bit because you can see it's pretty mounded over now. And I've just been tripping on it every time we milk. It's really frustrating. I don't realize how much when I step over the gutter, I kind of like drag my foot into the gutter. Well, now you can't, so you just kick it and I trip and I scare the cows, and it's just a whole thing. I wouldn't do well without that gutter, I don't think, even though I fall in it all the time. I seem to do worse when it's full for some reason. It doesn't really make much sense, but I cannot wait until we get that fixed because I'm just really sick of the way it is. I do not like looking down through and seeing that mess. I know it's still clean. I mean, the barn is clean. It doesn't smell or anything. Just looking at it, honestly, it's kind of depressing. So I'll be happy when we do get that fixed. But like I said, we're gonna do all that we can to make it as little work on us. A lot of you guys have been asking how we're gonna get out there. So it's gonna be me and Brent going to get the chain, which is in New York. And it's actually gonna be my father and Brent's brother going to get the head, which is in Vermont. So we're gonna kind of follow the same route, I think, until around, let's see if I can get this right. Brent's told me so many times. I think, I have really horrible directions, so we're gonna go until Montpelier, maybe just before Montpelier. I don't think we're actually gonna go through there, but we're gonna kind of split off there, and Brent and I are gonna be taking like Route 11 or something like that. I think we're on 15, and then we'll be splitting off onto 11. I don't know, you guys probably know whether or not that's right or not, but I know 11 does go past Lake Champlain and down to where we are going, so it's not far past that. I think it's like 2 hours past that, so it's gonna be a long drive, but it's gonna be really kind of nice to do something a little bit different. We're gonna get to see a lot of farmland, probably a lot of farms that aren't in anymore, but probably just a lot of beautiful, beautiful land and a lot of old farms, a lot of tie stall barns in upstate New York. Some dealerships. We might possibly stop at a dealership. We're gonna eat somewhere, obviously, so it'll be kind of fun. It'll be a little bit stressful because we're not gonna be milking in the morning, so we're gonna have to skip one milking, which really isn't gonna hurt them, but we're gonna be leaving really, really early in the morning, probably around 3 o'clock, 3 or 4, and then we're gonna be driving straight through till we get there, taking the chain out of the barn because the chain that we're buying is actually still in the barn. But he said he pressure washed it and everything after he stopped using it, so it's nice and clean. It shouldn't be much of a job at all. Just load that onto a truck. We will be taking Brent's truck. We have the old chain in that right now. Kind of want to show you guys. It's squatting quite a bit, but honestly, considering there's 380 feet in there, we should be able to handle 350 feet, no problem. It's gonna be a lot less weight. It looks funny right now because he's kind of sitting, you know, crooked, so there's a lot more weight on this side. That's why it looks like that. But he's gonna make sure his truck is all ready to go. I know he's gonna change the oil in it, put some more air in the tires just to make sure everything's as worry-free as we can get it. You probably really shouldn't be hauling that much chain with a half-ton truck, but it was kind of late notice. It's a farm truck anyway. One trip, honestly, shouldn't kill it. One thing we did notice though is Brent's truck does not have like leaf springs. It has coil springs in the back of it, which is very odd. Apparently it's a Dodge thing. They do seem like they're heavy duty coil springs, but still it's a little weird that they don't have leaf springs. My truck does, and they're the same year, so it's kind of odd. We thought about taking mine, but Brent doesn't really want to take mine, so he'd rather take his, which I can understand, I guess. So we will be taking his. I did want to show you guys, we have all of our chain sorted out, obviously, since we got that in the back of the truck. We sorted everything, and I think we ended up with 25 feet of good chain. So these are links that we haven't really used. They're a little rusty. Some of them we did put in right at the end of it, but like these ones right here, you can see this one and this one, these haven't been used at all. Like all the rusty ones were just in the bottom of this barrel, and they have been since Brent bought that chain new, which would have been 12 years ago, I think. So these are all like brand new. So I don't know, we might actually have enough. It's gonna be very, very close. If we have to buy any at all, I would say it's only gonna be around 5 feet, but we might just possibly make it. So yeah, I gotta go shut off the wash, and then we're gonna be getting about our day. We do have to go take that to the recycling plant, or whatever you call that, metal plant. I guess I hadn't taken the pipe out yet, so we'll shut that off in a minute, but I'm gonna run that over to the scrap yard. That's the word I was looking for, scrap yard. We'll run that over, unload that, and then we got a couple stops to make. I think a couple things we gotta pick up, and then we'll come back here and we've got some work to do, some preparing to do for the trip. One more thing I wanted to show you guys first, I almost forgot. We had another cow calve last night. It was kind of an ordeal. It just figures everything's been going wrong lately. So far, we have not had any problems other than slight cases of milk fever. Haven't had to call the vet for anything. We have not lost a single calf yet, whether it be, you know, before they were born, aborted, or anything like that. We haven't lost one. Still haven't, but it was very close last night. This little man right here was born backwards. So his mother came in and we knew she was ready to calve, and she was progressing pretty good, but then we noticed the feet were sticking out, or foot, I should say. Only one foot was sticking out, and it was pointing the wrong direction. So it was the back foot. The foot was upside down and pointed up. So Brent had to reach in her and turn him a little bit just to get the other foot. That's when we realized that he was breech, which is never good. They almost never have them on their own. I don't think they ever have them on their own when they're like that. So we waited a while, and she really wasn't pushing at all. So we hooked onto him with a come along, which is how we always do it when they're backwards like that. What you do is, we don't use OB chains because that's really, really hard on their feet. You just hook onto the calf's legs with some baler twine because that's really soft and kind of forgiving. So you just hook onto their leg, like right above where they're, I don't know what you call it on a cow, but on a horse it's called a hock, like right above their ankle there. So we hook on right there onto their back feet, and then you just create a loop and you hook onto your come along. We had to move her so that she was in one of these stalls so that we could hook the come along onto, you know, really, really low on one of these braces here. We had her in a stall, like, I don't know where she was down there somewhere, but we would have had her, like, she was laying pointed this direction, and we hooked to this pole just to make sure it was pulling the right way. And then you just wait for her to start pushing a little bit, and as she pushes, you just crank that come along just to keep pressure on it. And finally, she had him. It was a struggle, but she's fine and he's fine. She's out back, wandering around. She's completely fine. She did tear just a very, very tiny bit. She's actually a very small cow, and he is a big calf. He has a little bit of trouble standing because one of his front legs and one of his back legs on the same side is a little bit curled, and I think it's because he was a little funny in there, in the womb, so his legs are just a little bit crooked, but he can get up and stand on his own. It's just kind of difficult for him to do. He has honking ears on him as well. He's very big ears. But he's cute. I named him Charlie. Hi. He eats good. He's eaten 2 feedings of his mother's colostrum so far. Yeah, and like I said, they're both doing great. So we got really lucky on that one. It was pretty late last night, so our vet probably would have been around if we really needed him, but we didn't have any issues. We were able to get it on our own. Let's go unload that chain and then get into the rest of our busy day.
Some of these links would have gone quite a while more, but we had a frigged up head.
I think it just about had it, so.
Yeah.
Pretty safe to say it wasn't anything more you could have done to get this chain going. The flights are the easy flights.
Yeah. Wow.
How did we miss all these ones?
That was not bad. Oh my God.
I don't have anything else.
You said there's napkins in the...
Well, I'm not gonna grab a napkin right in the middle of doing it.
Get a little bit more fulfilling than...
Oh yeah. This is what, the 4th time we moved this thing?
Yep.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to sweep this out.
Yeah.
A lot of manure. We just finished throwing the chain off. We actually did find a couple of good ones that we missed. 2, I think. I don't know what I did with the other one. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we found 2 good ones that we missed. They're not great, but they'll do if you ever have to have one. So we just grabbed those. We just pulled off the scales. They weighed us up. Brent's going in to get paid right now. It'll be kind of interesting to see how much it is because I heard that metal went up just a little bit. I'm going to say $50. I don't know. So I'll let you guys know how much that was when Brent comes back out. But yeah, it was a very dirty job and I forgot my gloves again. So yeah, we just moved that chain like 4 times and I only wore my gloves 1 time. So that chain has made me very dirty. What'd you say?
Guess how much weight there was?
1,700 pounds.
No, I think it was more than that. Almost a ton, I think he said.
1980.
Yeah. So about 19.
Number 1 iron.
Yeah.
$148.
Yeah.
Wow, I guess 50.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
After 12 years of use and abuse,
Yeah,
you still get money out of it.
Still get money back.
So Brent is down letting the cows in. We just got back. We've been back for a while, but it's about 3 o'clock right now. We're gonna let him in early because we do have to clean out the freestall. You guys can probably tell how dark it is. Today is actually the day of the eclipse and it's just starting to cover the sun right now. So it's really, really weird looking out. It's kind of creepy, but I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens. Obviously I can't look at it, but I'll try to film it. I can't really capture all that brightness, but yeah, very, very weird. There they are. Come on, girls. Come on. There's the sick one right there. She's doing much better. I just thought I'd let you guys know. She's putting on a little bit of weight. So she is gonna survive, but if she doesn't start doing better by the time they get let out on pasture, we may have to get rid of her. She's just not coming back in production, and she's an older cow anyway. So it's sad, but if she doesn't start doing a lot better, she will probably be one of the ones we'll think about selling. So yeah, gotta get the cows in and then I'll show you guys what's going on with this weird sun thing. So we got everybody in and hooked up, and it's gotten a little bit darker. I don't think it really shows up too well on the camera, but it looks like, you know, when you put on like the polarized sunglasses and everything just looks like a little bit gray and muted. That's what it looks like. That's the best way I can think to describe it. It's very, very strange. You want to pull up your sunglasses, but you don't have any on. The tank is just finishing washing, so I will rinse that out. Just finishing draining, I should say. We already washed it. I'm not even standing on a step for the stuff's full. I'm standing on a handle. That's how you know you're short. Okay, so before we clean out, I'm gonna go over and pick up a first crop bale for the girls inside. Put the parking brake on, I guess. I feel like there's always a car coming. Not sure you guys are even going to stay there, honestly. It's been so long since I've driven any tractor at all that it feels strange. Snow left in the ditches and everything. Oh, I forgot to mention, I saw 65 today. So nice. All right. So, we're going to be picking up one of these first crop ones on the side here. We'll see how long this takes me because it's been a while since I've used the bucket. Woohoo! First try. And I didn't dig down into the ground at all. I mean, I knew I could. I'm just kidding. Put our four ways on because it's kind of dark out. thunderstorm or something. Brent wants me to put it on over here. Let's see if I can do this. I haven't done this in years. Close your eyes, y'all. Just go to bed. Just gotta check it first. Almost covered right now. Not as good as Brent does it, even close. It's kind of messed up. Oh well, all the same. Yeah. That is weird. That is creepy. It's like nighttime. Weird. 3:30. That is weird. And now look how dark it is in here. Just finished feeding the girls that bale. They really couldn't care less about it. They're just relaxing. It's starting to brighten up just a little bit. That was the strangest thing I've ever seen. It was kind of cool. I did want to show you guys before I headed out back to clean. Brent is out there right now just piling everything up. This is the cow that calved. You can see she's doing great. She is, like I said, she's a very, very small cow though. She's a Jersey Holstein cross. She takes more after the Jersey as far as her size and build goes, but she's doing great, no problems. Take you guys around and show you her udder. Baby has moved. He was up earlier, so I know he's doing a little bit better as far as walking goes. Yeah, this is her udder. She got pretty dirty yesterday from when we were trying to help her calve. But she has just a little bit of slackness going on in this rear left, but other than that, she has a nice udder. She made a lot of milk today. We haven't milked her out completely yet because like we were just a little bit worried as much hard times as she had that she might have milk fever, but she's young and pretty healthy apparently. She doesn't seem to have any issues. Brent is probably wondering where I am, so I've got to head out back. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. I say that every time, but if you're new here, please do subscribe because it does help us out a lot. If you enjoy the videos. Obviously don't subscribe if you don't enjoy the videos, but we'd really love to have you guys join us if you do. So here he comes now, probably looking for me. So keep it real, keep farming, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.